Mortal Kombat.
Fight! Alright, that's enough of that. Welcome back, badasses, to another video. My name is Nathan and I am the host of this channel and the most badass Mortal Kombat champion of all time. Yeah, no, that's not true. In any case, you haven't figured it out, we're here to talk about
Mortal Kombat.
Love that song, Connery. So let's talk about
Mortal Kombat.
This is a movie based on the ever-popular Mortal Kombat franchise and its updated versions. It is a remake, but they like to say updated, of the 1995 Mortal Kombat movie, which is awesome. One of the differences is not only is there new actors, but it's more violent and it's more bloody. Also, the fight scenes kind of felt grounded and raw as opposed to being flamboyant and cinematic and gymnastic. I don't think that was the word I was looking for. But there's some great martial artists here in this movie, and I don't know any of them. I have not seen them in any movies. Although I do have to question some of the talents and their skills. I know Louis Tan. I've seen Louis Tan in action. Louis Tan, he was in Wu Assassins, and he was also in Into the Badlands. I know Joe Tazalim and Haruki Sanada, they all have skills, but that's because I've seen him, and that's because I have seen them in action. But mostly it's the non-Asians that I question their skills. The talent that played Sonya Blade and Kano and Jax. And I also wasn't sold on the actor playing Shang Tsung. He just didn't feel like he was evil enough. And I'm sure the actor is a nice guy, but he just wasn't evil enough. And again, I've never seen this guy in action before, but he just didn't have it. However, the original actor from the original film, Kari Haruki Tagawa, man, he was perfect for playing Shang Tsung because he had that look and that evilness. He had that skill of an actor that can pull that off. I mean, it even came to a point where he came back to play the character of Shang Tsung for the video games. He just really made that impact for me in the original 95 Mortal Kombat film. Also, the story really didn't click for me. I mean, it felt choppy and it just didn't mesh together. Plus, there was no tournament in this movie, but there probably will be in the sequel. I'm sure there was a good strategy to that for that reason, and there will be a sequel. It has been confirmed there will be a sequel. It's more like an origin story from all these characters that you just saw in that you will see in the first movie, in this movie. But we got some great fight scenes. We got some great special effects, and the Sub-Zero Scorpion fight scene was probably the best fight scene out of that whole movie. And also, I'm sure you already know this, that Johnny Cage is not in this movie. And again, they're strategizing on how to make the sequels. And for that reason being is because they wanted to keep this movie as an Asian-based film. They wanted the majority of the characters to be Asian, and they were worried that Johnny Cage was gonna take that attention away from the Asian culture. So they decided just to put him out and just put him in the second film. And there's also talk about who should play Johnny Cage, and so far I've only heard that Jean-Claude Van Damme is on the list. I mean, he's practically the only one on the list that I know of. And I think it kind of works, but it kind of doesn't, because, the man is 60 years old now. Um, even though Johnny Cage was based off of Jean-Claude Van Damme, and, due to, his rise of popularity and also his fall from popularity in Hollywood, and that kind of resonates with Johnny Cage as well. So that part fits, but age-wise, it wouldn't work because of the romantic relationship between Johnny Cage and Sonya Blade. I mean, if you were to put Jean-Claude in this movie, there's definitely a 30-year difference between these two, actors, and I personally don't believe that part will work. But we'll see how they'll spin the story. I personally believe that it should be the most complete fighter in the world, Scott Adkins, who should be playing this character. I think that would fit. That would be a really great fit. Martial arts wise, it would be a really great fit. This guy, I believe this guy's still looking for that big breakout, big screen role. Even though he had his big breakout role playing Yuri Poika, that was on the small screen. Direct to videos and stuff like that. And I think this would be his big breakout role for him on the big screen. And not only that, every time he's on the big screen, and on a big budget movie, he's always playing the bad guy. He's always playing the villain. So this would be a really great step up for him. I think it should be Scott Adkins. And that's all you're gonna get from me. So go check out the movie. I think it's great. I strongly recommend it. But our opinions might vary on the fact. Story wise, it's kind of clanky, but martial arts wise, action wise, it's pretty good. I enjoyed it. Like this video if you liked it. Leave some comments down below and subscribe to my channel. Live long and prosper. May the force be with you. Be excellent to each other. Party on, dudes. And I will see you guys. Oh, first, check out another video. Subscribe to my channel. And I will see you guys on the bounce.
Feels right, it feels right, yeah. I'm only saying that it feels right.